What's up, Bulls Nation? My name's Jordan, and this is just another year Chicago Bulls. Today, we've got some breaking news. Now, Billy Graham just decided that he was going to trade for Nic Claxton. In a three-team trade, we sent nothing out. I think we're sending cash considerations because we can't actually send nothing, but we basically just got Nic Claxton for free. Might as well have just signed him as a free agent, essentially. So we're gonna break down a little bit about Nic Claxton, his stats for the previous season, some strengths and weaknesses about him, and then get into my thoughts about him. So before we get into that, before we get into Nic Claxton, if you're excited for the future of this Bulls team, hit that like button. I know I am. I'm so ready for this draft tomorrow and for this season to be taking place, summer league, all of it. But if you're excited, hit that like button. Now, a little bit about Nic Claxton. He's 27, had 7 seasons in the NBA. Obviously, he's a center, 6'11", with that 7'2.5" wingspan. He's got the height, he's got the length. It's a position that we very much needed. Now, Claxton's stats for last season. He played 27.8 minutes per game. Ended up playing 69 games on the season. He shot 57.1% from the field, averaged 11.7 points, 3.7 assists, 6.9 rebounds, 1.1 blocks, and 0.7 steals. So he's doing a little bit of the work around every part of the game. Now, some of Nic Claxton's strengths. The switchability that he has is elite. He can guard pretty much 2 through 5. Even sometimes he can guard a point guard. He's got the foot speed and the length to guard all 5 positions. His defense is one of the best things about his game. He's got a lot of fluidity. He's able to switch onto anybody. His rim protection, he's got that basically 7'3" wingspan. He's got excellent timing for going up for blocks. Extremely disruptive and deterrent at the rim. A lot of past seasons he's ranked among the top blockers in the NBA. So having that rim protection down there behind Giddey and Modis and potentially Caleb Williams, the help defense and the paint defense is going to be immaculate. He's a highly efficient finisher. He's a traditional pick and roller and cutter. He's an elite finisher at the rim. He regularly posts field goal percentages well over 55%. So he's finishing at the basket a lot. He has great playmaking vision, just his height, and he has a rare passing ability for someone that is a actual true center, true defensive center. He's very capable of acting as a playmaker out of the high post and transitioning the ball up the court, which also plays into the transition play. He's good at getting the rebounding to move the ball up the court. He's athletic and fast for his size, so he can beat other big men up the court and finish at the rim with ease. Yeah. So now on to the weaknesses. He's got a pretty slender frame. He hasn't really gained much weight since he was drafted. So it makes it a little difficult for him to anchor against larger physical post players, and he can get back down and bullied by more traditional heavier centers. He does have limited spacings. He lacks a reliable jump shot and is virtually a non-threat from beyond the arc. So he can kind of clog the paint for his guards. His jumper doesn't look ugly. I think just get the man some repetition and work if he keeps working on it. There's times that the jumper can fall, so I'm not too worried about that. Now he has free throw troubles. His career free throw percentage, it hovers around the mid 50s, low 60s. So at times he can be a liability in late game crunch situations. He's definitely going to need to work on them free throws, get the free throw percentage up a little bit more, because he's definitely going to get fouled a decent bit. Now his defensive rebounding, just where in his Nets career, he's often been deployed as around the perimeter since he has the lighter build. So his rebounding numbers are relatively low for a starting center. I'm not saying that he can't rebound defensively. He's just, the way that the Nets were using him, he was more out of the paint, more doing more perimeter defense than interior. So I'm not worried about his defensive rebounding. And then I'm also not worried about him being passive at times. I don't think that is a him issue. I think that's the way that the Nets were having him play and the schemes and plays that they were drawing up, along with them being a really young team for most of his career. And then that stint with Harden and Kyrie and KD. I don't think that he wants to play passive. He just doesn't. He hasn't been in a situation to where he can just go in and have the green light and be aggressive and be one of the options. Excuse me. Now, my thoughts on Nic Claxton. Personally, I'm a big fan of this. I love that we gave nothing up for Nic Claxton. I was wanting the Bulls to trade for Nic Claxton back when AK was here as a backup for Vooch. I think this is a great move. I think giving nothing up, still having all of our picks, and basically just sending cash considerations in the 3-team trade is a win. And I think he's going to look really great starting there beside Gideon Modis and our 4th overall pick. And just hiring Tiago Splitter. Oh, is Tiago going to get Nick looking right? But those are my thoughts on Nic Claxton. Let me know what your thoughts about the trade for Nic Claxton are. You think it's a great trade? You think it's an awful trade? Are you happy with what Bryson Graham has cooked up so far, or are you not too moved by his move yet? Let me know. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, and you'll keep getting updates about the Bulls. We post pretty much every day. We try to, and we cover all things Bulls. So hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And that's all for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you for the draft. Peace.